What's up, guys? Copy 7789 here. Coming at you guys with a quick tournament report, and also my updated Mermail Atlantean deck profile. This past weekend, I took this deck to a box tournament that we were having. Um, I'm gonna go through my rounds real quick. I ended up getting top four, losing in top four to. I'll talk about it here in a minute. It was just completely ridiculous how I lost, but it happens. Round one, I played against. Shoot, why can't I remember? Um, I played the mirror match round one. He wasn't very experienced with the deck, so I beat him relatively easily. It did go to game three mainly because game two he just got to double Megalo on turn two on his second turn and was able to tribute two off to attack for 48 four times or for 48 twice. So yeah, nothing I could do there. Um, Round two, I played against Chaos Dragons. I made a misplay in game three that sealed the win for him. Um, so yeah, I ended up losing because of that. Um, Round three, I played the mirror match again. Um, he just drew the nuts both games. He pushed into a max C, let me draw like 10 cards, and I couldn't draw the Gores to stop him. So yeah. Round four, I played Violons because I was 1 and 2 at that point. So I crushed him, and then round five, I played Gladiator Beast playing Fire Formation Tenkeys, and I crushed him as well. So I really honestly didn't expect to make top eight, but I did end up making top eight. I played the same Chaos Dragon guy that I played in round two, my buddy Hector. Um, he's also got a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check that out, Monarch 2500, for those of you who don't know. Um, but anyway, it was a good game between the both of us. Really, really hard fought games. Um, that I ended up pulling out in, I think it was game three. I can't remember. Um, but yeah, I ended up winning in the end, obviously. And then in top four, um, game three, I had a Abyss Megalo and a Catastor up, and he drew to two cards in hands. After, well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you how the scenario played out. He um, smartly set a max C because he was at exactly 2400 and I was at 700 life points. I thought he set Mermail Abyssland, so I attacked with I had a Megalo and Catastor up with after drawing to one card in hand. Um, so I attacked with Megalo because if it was a land, I wanted to be able to attack with Catastor and just pop whatever he brought out without having to worry about anything. Um, Unfortunately, it was a max C, so I got him down to 200 life points, and I just passed turned over because I had a dead Megalo in my hand. Then he continues to play Pot of Avarice, leave exactly 5 water monsters in his graveyard because the other card in his hand was Mulan Glacia. So he tops Pot of Avarice, leaves exactly 5 water monsters in his graveyard, but then proceeds to draw a Dark Hole off the Pot Avarice. I wouldn't have lost if he hadn't drawn the Dark Hole, but he drew the Dark Hole off the Pot of Avarice, so I lost because he was able to play Dark Hole, draw Glacier, and attack for the rest of the game. So yeah, there's that. So enough about that. Overall, the deck played really, really well. I lost to just obviously being completely sacked. I should have made the finals, and I may have won the finals. Not really sure. Um, the finals was it was a hero player and the guy I lost to, like I said. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into the deck list. Kind of explain some things here and there, and then talk about possibly what's gonna happen with the deck since it didn't get hit by the ban list at all, and certain things that I'm probably gonna test out and try. So here we go. Okay, make sure you guys can see that. Alright, so start with, I did end up playing 3 Abyss Megalo. Um, my buddy ended up picking up one because he's probably going to end up playing the deck Either these guys said he's either going to play these or Fire Fist, but he was playing Agents for the tournament, so he said I could use the third Megalo. So I decided to play the third Megalo, and it was really, really good. And I'm realizing that I need a third now, and it kind of sucks because obviously they're going up now because the deck didn't get hit. But yeah, three Megalo. Um, wouldn't change it ever, honestly. Same with three Abyssland. It was just really, really good. You need to play three of these as well. And then the two Abyss Pike. These are standard at two anymore. So yeah, two Abyss Pike. And you get to the Atlanteans. I played three Dragoons. It was really good, and of course, um, three Marksmen, also really good, and two Heavy Infantry. So yeah. I am currently playing the Undyne version, so I'm playing three Undynes and two controllers. However, I'm probably going to test the Undyneless version because I have just about everything that I need to mess around with the Undyneless version. Um, all I'd really need is a second Mermail Abyssgund, which really shouldn't be that hard to find. But yeah, for now I am playing the Gen X Undyne engine. It was really, really good. I didn't really draw many dead controllers. I think I maybe drew, um, throughout the entire tournament, I maybe drew Gen X controller once or twice, maybe like two or three times at most, and out of a lot of games, so that was pretty good. Next, I played Triple Deep Sea Diva. I just love Diva. It's so good. Of course, the one Moulin Glacia. You have to play it in the Undyne version. It's not as needed in the Undyneless version, but you definitely have to play it in this version. It's so easy to get to, and so easy to drop. So yeah, Moulin Glacia. And then the final monster I played was Vungors. Didn't drop it. Had it in hand once, but never needed to drop it. So yeah, because I was winning the game already. Next, you go on to spells. We got two salvages. It was really good. Never wanted more than two either, because I did draw them early game most of the time. So yeah, two salvages. Really good. Wouldn't play three personally. Two MSTs. I think that's fairly standard right now. So yeah, you got your staples: Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, and Dark Hole. The one Pot of Avarice, of course. And the one Allure, it was only really ever dead, actually dead once, and that was in top 8, but I ended up winning, and it was game 1 of top 4, I'm sorry, game 1 of top 4, but I still ended up winning because I eventually, unfortunately I drew into the controller, but I had this set, and I just played it, moved the controller, and was able to actually do something, so yeah. And then on to traps. I got 3 Abyss Sphere, of course. Have to play 3 in my opinion. This card is just way too good. 2 Torrentials, they were really good. You need to play Torrentials in here. And then I played 2 Bottomless, mainly because I was expecting to see a decent amount of the mirror, and I was also expecting to see Fire Fist and like the Hazy Flame stuff as well. So I just wanted to be prepared for them. I really didn't draw into Bottomless all that much. When I did, it obviously did what it was supposed to do. So yeah, um, like I said, I still got to test more. But Bottomless was pretty good overall. Maybe a little better side decked, but for now I liked it. So 2 Bottomless, and I believe that's 42 in the main deck. Should be. So then we get the extra deck. Mistworm, I actually dropped him once. Um, However, I'm probably gonna end up taking him out. Um, yeah, there's really not much I can say about Mistworm. He's good, but you don't really need him. And I dropped him when I didn't need to drop him, so. And there were other times where I could have, but I'd rather just go into, like, Dulorn or something like that, so. Yeah, 1 Mistworm. Scrap Dragon, I dropped him once, and it helped me win the game, so, yeah. 1 Gungnir, I dropped him twice, I think. And the second time I reborn a Megalo and overlaid with him to make an Abyss Gaios, which you guys will see that I do play. So, even though I only played 3 Megalos, yeah, it, but still, he was really good. Gungnir is obviously really good. Black Rose, I didn't drop Black Rose, never wanted to. This may end up coming out of the extra deck as well, but for now I'm definitely playing Black Rose. One Duloran, I think I only dropped him once or twice. Um, but yeah, you need to play Duloran, he's just really good. Um, one Librarian, I dropped him a couple times actually. Librarian was really good. I did the Librarian Army Arm combo in top 4, and it won me that game because of that, so yeah. One Catastor, I dropped him a bunch of times. He was really good all day. And then, of course, the last synchro is one Armory Arm, as you guys saw. Next, my Ixies, one Mermail Abyss Gaios. I did play him, I had a chance to play him twice. I did summon him once, and unfortunately, it was in top 4, and the only out that he could have was Gen X Undyne to get over this, and he had the Gen X Undyne, unfortunately. But I do not regret playing this card in my extra deck. Um, he just shuts down a lot of cards that you need to shut down at the moment in the game, such as like Hyperion not being able to attack and still being able to negate his effect, and so on and so forth. Biscayos is just a really good card. The obligatory one big eye, just because you want to be able to steal your opponent's monsters. Um, I didn't play it, but you have to play this card in the extra deck. Have to. One Abyss Dweller, I think I dropped it once, and it won me the game because I dropped it. Leviathan, didn't end up playing Leviathan at all. So yeah. One Tempo, this is probably coming out, as well as the Mistworm, like I said, for I picked up a Bahamut Shark and an Abyss Trite after the tournament, so I'm probably going to be adding those two in. Tempo, especially with windups now basically being gone, I don't think Tempo is going to be very good at all. Um, so yeah, one Tempo for now, but that's changing. One Zenmaines, nothing much I can say about Zenmaines. I did play him once, so you have to play him in here in my opinion. And one Gotchi, I only dropped him once as well, but I did drop Gotchi. So yeah. And then I'm gonna show you guys my side deck real quick. It wasn't very well put together, just because I kind of, um, didn't have everything that I needed or wanted to put into the side deck. And I was kind of pressed for time, just because um, we got out there right before the tournament started, so I basically just left it the way it was. So I'm going to go through it real quick. The only monsters I played were 2 Max C. I sided it in against the mirror match. It's obviously really good against the mirror match, but other than that, these may end up coming out for, I don't know. I may keep them in just because of the mirror match, and I think the mirror match is going to be relatively prevalent. Um, but other than that, they're just okay. There may be other things that I want to play, but for now they're going to be Max C's, obviously. I played one Leeching Light in case I played Agents, and also in case I played Chaos Dragons as well, which I did end up playing Chaos Dragons, but I didn't side this in for Chaos Dragons just because I have better stuff to side in for Chaos Dragons. But I like it in the random agent matchup that I'll probably end up seeing at some point. So yeah, just one Leeching Light for now. One MST. You have to play this. You have to play the third MST. Two Soul Takers. Yeah, good against Chaos Dragons. Good to get rid of like Tiger Kings and Thunder Kings and stuff that I knew I was probably going to be seeing. So Soul Taker's good. I played one Mirror Force in the side deck just because I wanted some sort of protection going in. If I wanted to side out an Abyss Sphere, which I did a relatively decent amount. So yeah, one Mirror Force, two Compulsories. Never sided these in. Never really played against a deck where I wanted to side them in. Obviously, if I would have played against windups, I would have sided these in. It's a good card to side against windups. However, um, I feel in the upcoming format, this card loses a lot of its luster. Um, yeah, it was. It's good just because windups are good at the moment. However, they're not going to be obviously not going to be very good in this upcoming format. So these are probably coming out of the side deck for something else, maybe like Imperial Iron Wall or something like that. Two Dust Tornadoes, obviously for the mirror match, but also for Fire Fists. Um, Want to be able to chain to their Tenkis, um, and chain to the activation of their cards, um, and also chain to the activation of Abyss Sphere, just so my opponent can't summon anything. So yeah, two Dust Tornado is needed in the side deck right now. Two Gozen match. This is for mainly for windups. However, was good in the GB matchup as well. So yeah, and then two Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors in case I ran into Dark Worlds or Inzectors, which there was a guy playing Inzectors there. He made top 8, but he lost in top 8, thankfully. I would have had to play the Inzector guy. I would have much rather played the Inzector guy in top 4. However, yeah, obviously that didn't happen. Um, but Shadow Mirror is good for that and for Dark World as well because Dark World didn't take any sort of a hit as well. So these will be staying in the side deck. And then obviously when the Verse stuff comes out, this card's going to be really good against them as well. So this will be staying in the side deck. So yeah, that's it guys. Sorry that this video was so long. I just felt like I needed to explain some of my choices in the main deck at the moment. Like I said, I'm probably going to be trying out the Undymeless version to see how I like it. Um, I'll probably test it on Dueling Network a little bit just because, like I said, I don't have absolutely everything that I want to be able to fully utilize the Undymeless version. I understand Dueling Network's not the best place to test that kind of stuff, just because you never know what you're going to run into. However, I feel like it's at least a starting point for me to test out some of these things and see if I like it or not. Um, um, so yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Um, I'm gonna try and get some duel videos with this deck up as well. Um, I don't know if I'm going to locals next week. I may. I'm not really sure. Um, so yeah, that's really about all I got, guys. Thanks for watching again. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, peace out.